All right, looks like we're recording. Welcome back to Dr. T's Gee-Rhage. So today is all about rear ends. This is one I bought. I had the 5 lug. The guy selling it also had a rear disc conversion. I think, yeah, I got the caliper over here for that. Should be pretty sweet. So, to do the rear disc conversion on here, you have to take off the old drums like this here. Went ahead and did that, but to take off the rear drums, you also have to take out the rear axle. So took off both of those. Part of me is kind of playing with the idea of since everything it's not on the car yet, which is makes it a lot easier to rebuild. Uh, like at first I'm like, well, I should paint this thing while it's out of the car. And then I'm like, well, all right, maybe I should rebuild it while it's out of the car, and all this and that kind of stuff. So, comment in the comments below if I should just like get hit it with some mineral spirits, sand it real good, and then like hit it with a wire wheel, and then paint it, or take the whole thing apart, like this thing down here, take that all apart, check everything out while it's not on the car. It'll be a lot easier that way. Everything went pretty smooth. Got the bolts out. There's 4 bolts that kind of hold it together, and you can see on the axle. Oh, you can probably see it there. They give you an extra big hole in the flange on the axle, so you can kind of use that to line it up with these little bolts here to take them off with the old impact. Also, remind me to do a video on this impact. It's pretty sweet. And then just went and bought a slide hammer from Harbor Freight. Video coming for that, kind of not the best. But yeah, a lot of guys online, they like take apart all the springs and everything for the disc brakes. I'm like, psh, I ain't doing that. The whole thing comes off. Like once you get the axle out of the way, like you get those 4 bolts off, slide the axle out, and then this whole thing just kind of comes off because there ain't nothing left holding it there, because all that holds it there is these 3 bolts. But you got to take the axle off to get this part off. But once you do, it comes apart pretty good. Axles came out pretty easy too with the slide hammer. Thought I'd be tugging it all afternoon, but I didn't. So that was good. So a couple of good slides and kind of popped the whole thing out. There's bearings. You can probably see them here, where I'm going to have to take them to my buddy's shop and have the bearings pressed on there, because I don't want to do that here. Only press I have is that little tiny jigs one, and yeah, good luck. I don't even think the flange would fit in the little like 4-inch gap they give you. So I got to go and get those pressed. But all in all, everything went pretty good. Now I'm just kind of debating, do I just clean up the housing or leave the center member on, clean up the housing, paint it, and throw it in. Well, obviously get the bearings for the axles pressed, throw the axles back in, slap the brakes on, and throw it back in, throw this into the car, or rebuild the whole thing while it's out of the car. Part of me is like, one day I'm going to get the 4-link suspension and get rid of the leaf springs, and most of those seem like it comes with the housing. So part of me is like, don't worry about it. A year from now when you go to do that, then rebuild it, because you have to swap the housings anyways. But the other part of me is like, it's gonna hopefully, knock on wood, I'll be doing a lot of driving in this thing between now and then. So part of me is like, just rebuild the whole thing, because who knows when you'll have the extra, $2,000 laying around to do like a 4-link rear suspension upgrade. So let me know in the comments what everyone thinks on that. And yeah, so pretty good progress for today. And keep an eye on, I'm going to do a video on this Harbor Freight slide hammer. Worked pretty good, couple issues. Definitely going to do a video on this DeWalt. impact. It's pretty sweet. So until next time, don't forget to like and subscribe.